Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healings. I'm Summer Avalon, and I really think tonight's going to be a great night, especially since my little prep detection work before I started says my microphone's working, unlike last week. So I apologize about that, but we'll do something to make up for it, I think. So let me know how you're doing. So in about 5 minutes, yay, good to have sound. In about 5 minutes, we will start with our first healing pulse. And then we're going to do a little variation on what we typically do. Usually, I use tools I learned from the Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson, and I use other resources to help find underlying reasons for things going on. But tonight, where did my little book go? Tonight, we are going to use my book, which I know at least a few of you have, because I've talked about this every once in a while. The Secret Language of Your Body by Ina Siegel. Siegel? Is it like Steven Seagal? This is a tool that I often use in my regular private sessions. So if you really like this tool and you haven't had a session with me, that might be something that you want to do. Just because during my private sessions, I use a lot more tools and sometimes they take more time. So my purpose for my Thursday night is to help as many people as possible. And use tools that are quick. So, yes, so we're going to do that. And then I think we will do, after everything's done, we'll do a little bit of card stuff. But let me see who is here. All right, so Leslie's here. So, yes. But other than that, it's a good week. I have both little doggies here. Duncan is naked because it's like in the 20s, so he likes coats, but he doesn't seem that he needs a coat. And then Dexter, of course, always has at least one layer, if not 2 or 3. So, and he is here on my other side. We'll see if they make an appearance. They are both sleeping right now, which means it'll be nice and quiet. So, yes, very exciting. So we will do our first healing pulse in like 2 minutes. So, I don't know if I've talked about this. So the healing pulse has sort of evolved through the last couple of years. It is a mix of my tools. And so every once in a while, I'll tune in and see what's in my what makes up the healing pulse. Because I've had quite a few different trainings in energy work. And so initially, it was my personal healing frequencies, something called Shambhala MDH. And then there was also a tiny bit of quantum touch. And since then, as I've done more and more healing, my personal healing frequencies have really increased. The amount that is held within the healing pulse, and the Shambhala has sort of lessened. So it's mainly my personal healing frequencies. So there's Marina and Joan. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody is doing good. So tonight, I'm going to redo show number 129 because last week was show 129, but it never really got off the ground, right? So, and about, it is 10 after. So let's start our first healing pulse of the night. So think about where you want to receive the energy. Rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. For instance, if it's like on a shoulder. And then imagine my hands on yours, so you're receiving my own healing frequencies plus yours. And then the most important part is to allow the energies to flow. Just breathe it in, breathe it out, allow. With each breath in, imagine the healing goes a little further, a little deeper, helping even more than it did in the beginning. If you're sensitive, you might actually feel a pulse, or maybe you'll feel it tingle or hot or cold. But some people don't experience anything. And as many of you know, not every healing modality can help everyone. That's very much like traditional medicine. So just breathe that in. So as I'm sending to you, like right now my hands are all sort of tingly. And that just sort of tells me the energy's totally flowing. So, and lately I don't typically use my hands unless I'm working with someone in person. The energy is sent through thoughts and intention. So that's sort of fun too. Or sometimes if I miss the physicality of being with someone, as far as sending them healing, I will imagine them sitting right here in front of me. And I usually start by standing behind them. And then I put my hands sort of on their shoulders, imagine with their neck in between. And that's where I often start. And then I'll go through and just imagine that they are right here with me. So that was our first healing pulse of the night. So let me know how you did. Got my book out. So Joan, you will like this because I know you have this book. We're gonna start, instead of using all my lists, you're going to tell me what you want to work on, and I'm hoping it's in my book. So with this book, it tells emotions that are possible contributions to issues. And so with this, you can tell me what the issue is or the area. So like here, I'll go through large intestine, knees, joints, kidneys, jaw, hypothalamus, immune system, heels, heart. And it lists quite a few different ways of helping that heal. But I want to focus on the emotions that are connected to it. And then there is a smaller area that's got a list of ailments. And this has all sorts of things. So let's see. So here's things under the G's. Gallstones, gangrene, gastritis, gastrointestinal ulcer, genital herpes, gingivitis, glandular fever, glaucoma, gluten intolerance, goiter, gonorrhea, gout, not sure how to say this, Guillain-Barré syndrome, gray hair. Did you know gray hair can be brought on? I think we'll talk about that before someone... Okay, so... Oh, and there's Anne-Marie. All right, so Leslie. Let's see. All right, so got to get my little book out. All right, so Leslie. So breathing deeper. Joan, mold sensitivity. which affects joints, adrenals, lungs and sinuses, and immune. All right, Anne Marie. And so if you want to work on something that is not in my book, I'll just pull a list. Anne Marie's self-care, Valerie, gastrointestinal, Marina's anxiety. All right, so I did look. So for Leslie, breathing is in the book. But I'm going to just see, because the first part is there's a lot more information, especially about emotions. So I'm going to just make sure that there's not anything. So it goes from breasts to buttocks. So breath is not listed there. So let me go back to the individual issues. Brain tumor, breast cancer, breastfeeding, bad breath. Let's look at lungs. Lung cancer, that's not it. So with Leslie, we're going to have to pull a list, and I will see what list we're going to use. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to use my trauma list. And so the energy that's contributing to this is indecision. Let me get an age on that for you, Leslie. Around age 19. So, as I've said before, ages are the toughest thing to really nail, but usually this is plus or minus a year. So somewhere 18, 19, 20, there was some indecision. So let's go ahead and release that, because somehow that's playing a role in your breath. So I'm getting that released, and the voids have been filled. All right, so Joan wants to work on mold. So I'm going to see if that is listed, which I would be surprised if it was, but morning sickness, miscarriage. Yep, no mold. So let's see what list I'm going to use for Joan. We're going to use a different list. Okay, so I'm going to use this list. So poverty. And you might say, well, how can that play a role? Sometimes it's a mindset that the energy helps things stay in place. Let's get an age. Age 7. So let's release the energy of that. That would do it, Leslie, wouldn't it? single parent at 20. All right, so Joan, poverty has been released. And the voids have been filled with healing energy. And Maria wants to work on self-care. So I know that is not in my list or in the book. So let's see what list I'm going to use for Anne-Marie. Non-communication. And so with these lists, I don't have instructions for what things really mean. But let's get an age and maybe it'll make sense to Anne-Marie. I'm assuming some type of event that there wasn't any communication and it caused some problems. Around age 29, Anne-Marie. So somewhere 28, 29, 30. Non-communication. So let's release that energy. So that did release. All right, so Valerie, gastrointestinal. I'm pretty sure that was even one of the things that I had said. Oh, it was gastrointestinal ulcer. That is not helpful. So let me just see if there's anything else. Sometimes they just call things differently. Nope, so we're going to have to use... Actually, let me check one other thing. I'm going to check under, like, digestion. Ooh. Oh, there's quite a few things. Anything from flatulence to constipation to colitis, hemorrhoids, heartburn, lactose intolerance. Yeah, I'm not finding this very helpful. I'm going to check one other place, though. There is an overview. I just want to see. So mainly I'm looking for emotions that are tied to the area and the issue. Ooh, here we go. The whole digestive system. Let's see if it's going to be helpful, though. All right. So let's see. The digestive system begins to break down when you experience unresolved anger, self-sabotage, fear, indecisiveness, guilt, blame, jealousy, and victimhood. Here you need to practice self-empowerment, creativity, self-appreciation, nourishment for your heart and soul, and how to let go of the old and bring in the new. Learn to love and honor yourself by practicing patience and tolerance. So now that I have those list of potential emotions that are really tied to the digestive system, instead of like having all these huge lists, I have a bunch of things which are all tied. So the only thing left I need to do is see if I can get them all to go at the same time, and I can. All right. So I'm just going to write. So we're going to release unresolved anger, self-sabotage, fear, indecisiveness, guilt, blame, jealousy, and victimhood. All right, so we're going to release and remove that whole group that is tied to digestive issues. So with this, unresolved anger, self-sabotage, fear, indecisiveness, guilt, blame, jealousy, and victimhood. So I'm just imagining that the energy is all getting compacted, and when I get it all in a ball, it's going to be good. And those of you who know how to release things from yourself, you can release it too, because I think that makes it stronger. Okay, Valerie, I'm getting that those released. So, but it would not surprise me if there were more layers of this, just because the digestive system is pretty complex and the energies that are attached to it are very common traumas, unfortunately. Good. Good, good, good. All right, so Marina is dealing with some anxiety. I'm going to see if that's in the book. I'm not sure if it is. If I could spell properly, it is. All right, so here are some connections to anxiety. Thinking about the past and the future and not trusting the flow of life. Feeling insecure, unsupported, and helpless to change your situation. Focusing on negativity and limitation, allowing yourself to wallow in fear. To group those together, you are very welcome, Valerie. So for anyone who has not heard, yawns, burps, farts, your stomach turning after I've released means things are shifting. And yawns especially are a way that the body creates more room for and space for healing. All right, so for Marina, so we're going to ball up thinking about the past and the future and not trusting the flow of life. Balling up, feeling insecure, unsupported, and helpless to change your situation. Focusing on negativity and limitation and allowing yourself to wallow in fear. So packing in that like a ball and then releasing. So I'm getting that released, and the voids have been filled with healing. So next we're going to do healing pulse number 2. And so with this, rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. So especially those who have said, what you want to work on. And Leslie, breathing deeper. Joan, mold sensitivity. So for Joan, I'd probably choose between the lungs and sinuses because that's where it goes in and out. And Maria, I'd send to your heart. Valerie, digestion area. And Marina, wherever you feel that anxiety the most, that's where I would place your hands. So rub your hands together, place your hands exactly where you want to receive the healing energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And just breathe in that healing. Just remember, you need to allow the energy to come through. You are welcome, Marina. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. Next, I'm going to see if we've got any group negative beliefs. And it seems like there's always something. Let's see what that is. I don't fit in anywhere. That comes up on a pretty regular basis. So I imagine some of you have multiple layers of this. Let's see what percent of people watching me now and in the future on the replay have this. 55%. So let's get rid of that. So you may ask, but you've done this before time after time, why does it keep coming up? Because when you feel this, especially if your body doesn't process that belief, it's stuck in your body. And it gets stuck in layers. So we're releasing another layer. And some people have a lot of layers. All right, so let's see if there's more. And yes. Got one more negative belief. I am imperfect. So like for me, I prefer being imperfect. Being perfect is a lot of pressure. But I know some people, when you're raised to think that you have to be perfect, it's a lot of pressure and stress. So let's see what percent have this. Welcome, Victoria. I will add you to the list. So releasing I am imperfect. I think this is the first time this has come up. 75%. Wow. All right, so releasing that. Okay, so putting Victoria on the list for body pain. We're doing a little work with this book, Victoria, The Secret Language of the Body. I'm just going to see if pain is listed in here. I don't think it is, but it doesn't hurt to look. No, because it starts with panic attacks. So pain is not in here. So we're going to just use my list. Injustice, Victoria. Let me get an age for that. So somewhere 11, 12, 13. Let's release that. You've been hanging on to that for a long time. Welcome back, Leslie. All right, so that released. Let's go back through. So, Leslie, I'm going to just see. We'll go around again since it's a fairly quiet night. And I'm going to just add some more lists to the ones I'm using. Okay, so we're going to go back through. So, Leslie, let's see. And this is about Leslie and being able to breathe deeper. Negativity, Leslie. Let's get an age. Around age 18. So let's get rid of that because that definitely doesn't help you in today's world when everything else is negative. So releasing and removing negativity. Okay, so that did release. All right, Joan. And Joan had a comment about adrenals and being tired. So I know adrenals are in here. Let me just check. Because I know Joan has this book. So let's see. And it does not have exhaustion, but I know in the front of the book, I think it's got adrenals. Here we go. All right. So Joan, you might appreciate the adrenal section, but I'm going to focus on the unhealthy emotions that are often present when you've got adrenal issues: sadness, hopelessness, stuckness, and depression. So, and in this particular part, it also has healthy emotions to instill, which are happiness, freedom, and clarity. So what we're going to do is we're going to release and remove sadness, hopelessness, stuckness, and depression. Put them in a ball and release this layer. So that released. All right, and then I'm going to put happiness, freedom, and clarity in a ball. And so with these, Joan, the colors that go with these are orange and green. So I'm going to imagine that happiness, freedom, and clarity get instilled within you with orange and green. You are welcome, Leslie. Oh, I'm sorry, Victoria. But I'm glad I hit a time period that it seems to match what was going on. Because that means the energy is flowing to help heal that situation from your past. All right, so Anne-Marie, working on self-care. Let's see what comes up for that. And it's ambivalent. Let's get an age and maybe that'll make sense. Excuse me. You are very welcome, Joan. Around age 26, Anne-Marie. All right, so releasing and removing ambivalent. I'm getting that did release. Thank you for that feedback, Victoria. I like that when I seem to connect with the information. All right, so Valerie, we're working on gastrointestinal things. Let me just see if we need a different list. We're going to go back to the book because there is another layer of those emotions. So let's see. All right, so we are going to release unresolved anger, self-sabotage, fear, indecisiveness, guilt, blame, jealousy, and victimhood. All right, so we're going to ball those up. Good, Leslie. Thank you for that feedback. I really appreciate that. It's helpful to know when I'm right on or okay. Valerie, I'm getting that those released. I also am just skimming the digestive area from the book, and there is an area that says you need to practice self-empowerment, creativity, self-appreciation, nourishment for your heart and soul, and how to let go of the old and bring in the new. Learn to love and honor yourself by practicing patience and tolerance. So what I'm going to do is put those in a ball and instill that within you. All right, so that was instilled. All right, so let's see. So I've got Marina and Victoria left. If you have recently come in and would like me to add you to the list, just let me know in the comments. All right, so Marina's looking at anxiety issues. So I'm going to just see if we're going to go back to the same. And we are. So we've got another layer of the anxiety. Good, Valerie. Just allow. Okay. All right. So with Marina for anxiety, so we're grouping thinking about the past and the future, not trusting the flow of life, feeling insecure, unsupported, and helpless to change the situation, focusing on negativity and limitation, allowing yourself to wallow in fear. So I'm going to work on releasing another layer of those. And those did get released. All right, so Victoria's dealing with body pain. So let's see what we can do with that. And then we will do our third healing pulse of the night. And it's the word thwarted. Let me get an age on that and see if that makes sense to Victoria. "28, Victoria. So releasing and removing thwarted and the energy and the event that caused that to feel that way. So at the end of the show, after our aura strengthening, I'll be doing a quick card pull for anyone that wants it. So if you would like that, just hang out after the show. All right, so let's do our third healing pulse. And so with this, I want you to think about where you want to receive the energy. If you've already received, a couple of the healing pulses and want to try something new, why don't you try maybe your heart? Or this one's sort of fun. What if you did your third eye? Send that energy to your third eye. So with this, rub your hands together. place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then allow the energy to flow. I'm starting to send now, so just breathe that in. Open and allowing. And in a moment, I'll open my book back up, Emery. Sorry about your internet. I have gotten new internet today, so I'm hoping that helps. We shall see, though. I'm sure you'll let me know if there's issues. Nice, Leslie. So try that. And so with putting your if you do your fingers or your hands, imagine if you've got any calcification in your pineal, that it's crackling and breaking away and opening up your intuition, making it easier to access and get information. Okay, so that was Healing Pulse number 3 for tonight. I'm thinking we have not done good luck, bad luck button lately. So let's see whose good luck button is on and whose bad luck button is off. Put a GL in the comments if you would like to know. I'm going to put me in too because I want to know. Ooh, and for a change, my good luck button is on and my bad luck is off. Yay, that doesn't always happen. All right, so Leslie, Victoria. Let's see, is Leslie's good luck button on? No. Is her bad luck button off? Yes. So you're half good, but we need to get you some luck, some good luck, Victoria. Or excuse me, Leslie. Victoria, you are next. So let's see, is Victoria's good luck button on? Yes. So that's good. Let's see, is Victoria's bad luck button off? No. All right, so we need to flip that. All right, so adding Anne-Marie. All right, so let's see with Anne-Marie. Is Anne-Marie's good luck on? No. All right, so we'll need to switch that. And is Anne-Marie's bad luck button off? Yes. Well, that's good, but you need some good luck, Anne-Marie. All right, so what we're going to do is, so Leslie and Anne-Marie need their good luck turned on. So I'm going to instill that within you. So just imagine that you've got a wave of prosperity and good luck coming to you. And actually all of us. Just imagine that energy. You are welcome, Leslie. All right, so let me go back and see. Is Leslie's good luck button on? Yes, good. And Anne Marie, is Anne Marie's good luck button on? I get a yes too. And so then the last thing we need to do is Victoria's bad luck button has been turned on. And so she might be getting good luck, but she's also getting bad luck. So we want to turn that off. So we're turning off Victoria's bad luck. Sort of a fun little thing. And sadly, I've had some major disasters when my bad luck button was off. Falling, really hurting myself several times. So I firmly believe in the energies being good or bad and accumulating and causing things. So this will be good to get rid of that for Victoria, but for Leslie and Anne Marie, increasing the good. All right, so that has increased. So let's do our aura strengthening. Just writing. I write everything down for every session, because every once in a while I like to go back and look up things. So, because I write down like first names of who was here that commented, and then what we worked on. So, actually, I forgot my favorite part. How could I forget? So let's do. So we're going to do positive words. How could I forget? You can tell I missed a week. So with this, we're doing positive emotions. And so what I want you to do in the comments, if you would like to do this, is I want you to pick a positive word that you want me to reinforce within you. And then I will pick 2 words to go with, and then I will imbue or instill all 3 of them within you. So just let me know what you would like. I'm going to put myself on the list just because. So my word for me is abundance. Ooh, we got Marina wants to put loved. Very nice, Marina. Leslie wants understanding. That's a nice one. And then Victoria. Oh, Grace. That's very nice too. It's been really fun the last few weeks doing it this way to see what comes up. All right. So let's see. So I had picked abundance for my first one. Oh, so mine are, so abundance was mine. And then I got wise and fortunate. Wonderful. Very fun. All right, so Anne Marie, I'm adding, Anne Marie's word is courage. And Joan's word is open. Nice. People have such good words. Okay, so going back to Marina. Marina's, her choice of words is loved. All right, so Marina, your words are loved, virile, wonderful. Very cool, right? Very nice words. So reinforcing those for Marina. Then we're going on to Leslie. So Leslie's words are understanding, oh, Leslie, you got some cool words. Leslie got understanding, united, and invincible. Love the invincible one. So reinforcing that. And then I forgot, Anne Marie, the last one for your self-care, I've got ambivalent around age 26. So I'm thinking that there might have been some type of event or something going on that you were really ambivalent about. Yes, those are cool, aren't they, Leslie? All right, so Victoria's next. And with Victoria, she picked the word grace. So let's see what else goes with grace. Dexter's thinking about coming to visit. Come here. Come here, Dexter. Show everyone your outfit. Come here. He's wearing pajamas that have 4 legs because he was cold. Come here, Dexter. Come here. Over here. Oh, he wants to get into his blanket. Oh. All right, I guess he's camera shy today. All right, one more for Victoria. So ambivalent means sort of you're indifferent, but let me look up the official version because that's just the summer version. Ambivalent, having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. So let's see. People whose relationship to their job is ambivalent. So that's an example. Here's another one. Americans are deeply ambivalent about the country's foreign role. So having or showing simultaneous and contradictory attitudes or feelings towards something or someone. So, and that was around age 26 in Marie. All right, so I've got one more for Victoria. I really like her second word. All right, so Victoria's words. So she picked grace, but then I picked precious and exuberant. I mean, exuberant and grace don't exactly go, but I think there's moments where you need one or the other. And precious is nice too. So reinforcing that. All right, so then Anne Marie, her word was courage. Let's see what goes with that. So Anne Marie, her word was courage, and she gets thoughtful and friendly. Very nice. Oh, that would make sense, Anne Marie. Sounds like you were ready to be done. Okay, Joan wants open. So let's see what goes with Joan's open. All right, so Joan, you got open, jubilant, and attentive. I like those. Very nice. So listen to all the cool words for tonight and let me know what your favorites were and what you're going to borrow. So abundance, wise, fortunate, loved, virile, wonderful. Sorry, I've got like a buzz or something on my nose. It itches. Loved, virile, wonderful, understanding, united, invincible, grace, precious, exuberant, courage, thoughtful, friendly, open, jubilant, and attentive. Very cool words. So yes. Nice, Joan. Very cool. That attentive fits right in. And jubilant too. Wonderful. All right, so let's do the healing pulse. And then we will pull a few cards for people. Excuse me, we're not going to do the healing pulse again. We did that already. We're going to do the aura strengthening. And the reason we want to do this is because a strong aura helps repel negativity. And so this is something nice, Anne-Marie. Those are nice ones to borrow. Exuberant sounds just fun and positive. Okay, so let's rub our hands together. If you want to grab some energy from the healing pulse, feel free, because it's all about intention. But if you want to just use your own energies, which I highly encourage you to do, that's all you need to do is just activate the energies in your hands and place your hands exactly where you want to feel the energies. Excuse me. I'm really stuck on doing the healing pulse again, aren't I? So send the energy to your aura. And so I do it like this, but I'm sure other people do it differently. But it's not like there's rules. So if you just intend that the energy be sent to your aura, you actually don't even have to use your hands. And so let's start sending now. And for any of you who deal with negative people, negative interactions, imagine that you're also adding some reflectivity to your aura. So if someone's spewing some negativity either towards you or around you, it gets reflected back on them. So just breathe that energy in. Okay, so that was aura strengthening. So let me know how you're doing. Very nice, Victoria. Purple's a very special color for that. So cool. So if you haven't been around in a while, I've been doing more and more things with oracle cards, and I have bought my first deck of tarot cards, but I'm not quite ready to work with those. But the oracle cards have been really sort of interesting. And so I've got quite a few decks, but I pulled 4 decks. 2 deal with energy, 1 deals with healing, and then 1 deals with animals, which I don't think I mentioned. Well, I wasn't here last week, and you guys weren't either. So this past weekend, I took animal reiki, levels 1 and 2, and it was really a really fun, cool experience. And so Dexter and Duncan really enjoyed it too. So they were with me during the higher training, or the entire training. So they are now attuned in animal Reiki, and they just had a really super good time. I'm hoping to teach it sometime in March. Oh, and here's my little commercial. Next month, February, I think it's the 18th and 19th. Let me just quick check the calendar. I am offering Holy Fire Reiki 1 and 2, yes, on the 18th and 19th. This is an online course. It is $430 US. And so it's an online course, and I mail you a book unless you would prefer a digital copy, which digital doesn't actually mean I send you an email link. Their idea of digital is that it's only available online. You can't download something, which is, for me, that's disappointing. But that is coming up. And I think one of the best things about that is you learn how to deal with energies, because Reiki is oftentimes one of those gateway tools that leads you to more. And part of that is because Reiki has been around for a long time. There's a pretty set training structure, and it's fun for me to teach it, but it's also fun for me to see what people do. Some people stay with Reiki, some people expand and move on and add, but for many people, Reiki is just the beginning of their journey if they want to work on self-care or healing others or just their family. So it's a wonderful thing. If you've got questions about that, let me know. I do offer free 15-minute consultations if you've got questions about appointments, services, training, Reiki, or whatever. So let's start with the cool things. So I've got 4 decks, and I've numbered them. And so if you would like me to pull a card for you, let me know by putting the numbers 1 through 4. Wow, Victoria, that's really cool. Wonderful. So I'm looking to see. So I think the last time I did this, because it's helpful to know sort of a theme. So the last time I pulled cards for people, I pulled it with the thought that I would do a theme for 2023. So I'm just glancing to see who. All right, so Anne-Marie, I did pull a theme for you already. So I don't know if you've got something in mind that you just want to know. So I'm gonna put Anne-Marie on the list. And Victoria, do you want to know like a theme for 2023, or you just want to pull a card? And tell me pick a number 1 to 4, Victoria. All right, so all right, Marina's got number 4. Just got to shuffle. All right, Victoria's got number 4 also. So yeah, I've got 2 energy decks. I've got an animal deck, and then I've got a healing deck. Okay. All right, adding Leslie. All right, so this is Anne Marie's card. So Anne Marie picked the healing deck. And this is, I'm just amazed how beautiful it is. So I don't know if it's helpful, Anne Marie, if you have a cell phone that can take a picture, but the issue is control. And so on this, I like the cards because it's got a hawk carrying a maiden, and that represents a higher perspective, shows us how to prepare for the winds of change. The maiden is covered in rainbow light. A shift is taking place, and the colors she emanates symbolize magical blessings. She is in control of where she is going. The goose, see that at the top, soars to new levels. The duck shows the way between spiritual and the physical world. The doves bring hope, peace, and indicate it will be arriving soon. You are headed in the right direction. As you gain more control, the horizon before you will begin to look more promising. So I'm just skimming through the narrative at the top. When I look at this, so there's so much, and there's so many things that I wouldn't really know, like ducks and doves and geese. Don't really know what they correspond to, but it's all pretty cool. So here's the important part to be aware of, that your life can change in an instant, and it's important for you to understand that. You don't want and a victim. You have control. Take responsibility for yourself and your feelings. You decide how you feel. I think there's a lot of us that could learn from that part. Decide to be in charge. Educate yourself on what is going on with you, your emotions, or your health. As you go through life, your body changes and your thinking does too. Pay attention to your body and your mind to better understand them. Feel good about being your own advocate, and realizing you are in control will be rejuvenating and beneficial to your well-being. Very nice, Anne Marie. All right, so Victoria, you are next. So Victoria is getting the animal deck, which is this. And I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite new decks. Did that resonate with you, Anne Marie? Sounds like you've got the power. You just need to be reminded of it. Okay, so this is for Victoria. So this is the fox, and it says almost there. So let me see what that is all about. So this book, well, I'm not going to read it because it's like 4 pages. You are very welcome, Emery. But let me give you the highlights, Victoria. It's talking about time passing. Finding the path to their light. So if there's something you yearn for in your heart and have been trying to achieve with little or no success, this is a profound confirmation that it is approaching. Be patient. There is wisdom in the waiting. This is the preparation time. You are gaining what you need to unite fully with what your heart desires. Endure, endure, endure. Very nice, Victoria. Okay. All right, so Marina is next. And now you are welcome, Leslie. All right, so Marina. So Marina also chose the animal deck. Oh, I like this one for you, Marina. I think this is really appropriate. Look at this. So it's got a cute little pig, but it's got self-respect, self-value, self-love, self-worth. Very nice. All right, so let's see what the book says. All right. So it says, the pig has big medicine to share with you. This medicine is so grand that it is the key to living a fulfilling life and aids in accomplishing your potential. The pig's message is simple and direct. Know your worth. Not only does the pig know his worth, but cultures across the world have proclaimed his value for thousands of years, both as a creature to be revered and a source of nourishment. Think of the piggy bank with money inside of it. The more money inside, the more value it carries. The piggy bank reflects the idea that our true worth comes from within. When we only use others' validation to inform us of our value, it leads to suffering. And so this is all about inner talk. The pig's medicine asks you to accept that you will always struggle with some form of insecurity because you are human. But true self-worth isn't raging confidence. It's allowing yourself to be insecure and being there for yourself while you wait, while you feel the pain of not feeling good enough. This act is the power that creates self-worth. And so that, even if you feel it, you work through it. Because we all feel different things at some point. So Marina, I hope that is helpful. Very, very interesting. I have not gotten that card before. With these decks, every is so different than the other cards. All right, so. All right, so Leslie, let's see. Leslie's got number 2. And that is my energy oracle cards. This deck I've had quite a while. They were a gift from a friend, and they've been a very special deck. Okay, so let's see what comes up. So if anyone else has come in and they would like me to pull a card, put a number in the comments, 1 through 4. And if you're on YouTube, it still works. Oh, there's Joan. All right, so here is, oh, Leslie, I like this one for you. So this is about blossoming abundance. Look at how pretty that card is, though, too. All right, so let me see what it says. And with this deck, it's got affirmations, too. So if you're into affirmations, either get your pen ready or just watch the replay till the end. All right, so this card shows a beautiful golden garden in springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. So the coins are hanging like fruit. So this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see the blooming results take hold. This card indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. All right, so here's the affirmation that goes with this card. The others don't have affirmations, but this one does. So abundant wealth blossoms all around me. I see the value in my everyday life. And so if any of you would like an abundance affirmation and are drawn to this, then you should write this down or watch the replay. So abundant wealth blossoms all around me. I see the value in my everyday life. Very cool, Leslie. I'm glad that resonated with you. That seems like a lovely card. All right, so Joan. Oh, and Valerie too. All right, so let me just see. Okay. So Joan and Valerie, both of you got my healing, Whispers of Healing, and this is a card I've used on the show every once in a while. So let's see, Joan, what yours is. Yeah, it's fun just to do this because, I mean, there are so many different possibilities, but yet the one card I choose often really resonates. So it's just very fascinating. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this. So if any of you have any suggestions, I don't know if I should add reading. I've been thinking maybe books. All right, so this is Joan's. Oh, Joan, I think you're going to like this. It's awareness. Look at that. There's so much there. So I was saying, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about the cards or the tarot, but I'm sort of drawn to do more. So I'm trying to figure out, because if I'm going to do more, I should probably eventually charge for it. But I haven't quite figured that out. So if you have questions or suggestions, let me know. And so with this, so I'm going to talk about what things mean in the card. All right, so the Nautilus is said to reveal the inner beauty of the soul. So I'm pretty sure that this here is the Nautilus. It's the interior of the shell. At least that's what I think. This Nautilus holds a spiritual journey. The pool of water below the Nautilus signifies the healing water of life. The rainbow is the promise of divine connection that is open to everyone. A tree of life reaches into the heavens, with a message of continuity and strength for the soul that resides within you. Many of the symbols in this artwork speak of your ability to connect to your higher self to enhance your well-being. Wow, Joan, that's really cool. So here's the message, that no matter what is happening in your life right now, spirituality can assist you in making sense of what's going on, can help you find perspective or give meaning to your purpose. How aware are you of your spiritual well-being? When you're facing a crisis, having a strong spiritual foundation is valuable. Knowing there is a bigger picture that is yet to be revealed can bring you support and comfort. The ability to pray, meditate, or visualize during a difficult situation will ease your mind and assist you through it. Spirituality means different things to different people. What does it mean to you? Developing a deeper connection to your spirituality in a healthy manner can help you respond to life with resilience and optimism. So not all spiritual philosophies or practices will resonate with you, and so pay attention to what does and what feels right. So connect to your spiritual self and ask for guidance when you need it. So Joan, that's really a cool card. All of you have gotten some pretty cool cards. All right, so Valerie. Hold on, I got to write this down because I like writing things down. Okay, so Valerie's also getting the healing cards too. Good night, Victoria. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, some really good messages. I really sort of like the flow of the positive words and then the cards because they've been very positive. Okay, Valerie, this is yours. Mental repetition. Very interesting. I have not. So I'm going to see what that means. All right, so I'll focus on the picture first. So Mother Nature has tree branches covered in Spanish moss and cobwebs from her forehead. Spanish moss represents protection. Cobwebs indicate issues in your life that you feel overwhelming. You may feel like it is pointless to try to deal with them. Mother Nature looks out over a somewhat barren landscape. Yet this does not need to be the situation. This is an ideal time to create a shift. It is time to clear out the cobwebs in your mind. Compose a powerful statement that you can repeat whenever necessary. Make sure your affirmation is easy for you to remember. If you are working on, for instance, if you are working on eating better, you might choose a phrase like, I feel great when I eat healthy foods. Create a phrase that will best help you replace an outdated belief with something life-changing and positive. This is the perfect time for you to do so. So this is all about improving your attitude and helping you feel your best. And it says that mental repetition can do that. So it does suggest you're holding on to limiting beliefs. And so it is time to embrace a healthier philosophy about your life. Holding yourself to impossibly high expectations, fearing failure, or asserting an inability to control your emotions are examples of limiting beliefs. You may have latched on to some unhealthy beliefs or thought patterns. Just like physical fitness training, mental healing takes repetition and practice. By repeating positive and uplifting thoughts, you can shift away from limiting and unhealthy beliefs. As you further your mental well-being, you become more focused, confident, composed, and prepared for the unexpected. You can develop coping mechanisms for just about any occurrence. So nice, very nice. So if there's, we'll probably start wrapping things up. So really some cool cards for tonight. And I want to pull one more card for the group. So this is from my Raise Your Vibration Oracle card. You are welcome, Valerie. And so with this, it's sort of reminders on things that you can do, be aware of, or think that will help you raise your vibration. And raising your vibration also helps you repel negativity. And sometimes when you are vibrating at really a high level, it draws negativity away from you because you usually bug the hell out of those people. Oh, I like this one. Choose kindness. Yes, there's many people that don't do this. So, let's just see if there's anything unique that shows up in the little booklet. Because I could go on and talk about choose kindness. But I have found that sometimes they have things in here that I would have not thought about. So I definitely at least like skimming the book just to see what it says. Let's just see if there's any differences. Being kind is one of the highest vibrations, for when you give without needing to receive in return, we tune in to the abundant flow of the universe and will be helped in some other way. Kindness is good for the heart, both physically and spiritually. On a physical level, being kind can lower your blood pressure, strengthen arteries, and bring mental clarity. On a spiritual level, when you step into the space of selflessness, you allow yourself to be sustained by a higher power that will always lead you toward the highest and greatest. Be kind to yourself is about removing any conditions for contentment. It's about respecting and loving yourself no matter what situation you are facing. Today, the universe is encouraging you to choose kindness in all areas of your life. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. And the vibe of the day, the affirmation that goes with this is, my kindness attracts the presence of love. So very nice. So on that note, yeah, very cool. So I hope that you do choose kindness, especially those that are extra hard on yourselves. So I'm going to write that in my book too. Choose kindness. And on that note, let me know if you have any questions about training or if you would like to sign up for a session. I've got a sale that goes through the end of the month that gives you a discount on a pet and human session, and also discounts for the metaphysical hypnosis. But if you've got any questions, let me know. I would love to hear from you. So I hope you all have a good week. And yes, wonderful, Joan. Yes, I think that'll be a really fun thing. I'm going to tweak some things. I want it to be really special. So yes, have a good night. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.